Hello, good morning all of you. Welcome back to the online class of 10th standard. Today we'll be discussing regarding the revision for your final exams. Okay, so I think by this time we're all well prepared for the exam, right? So today we'll just discuss, that is, what are the possibilities of the questions, like what type of questions, the names that may appear, like what are the things that you have to give importance for, right? Okay, so here first, before that, what we'll do is we'll discuss about the model question paper for the pattern for this year. Okay, I think you have got by this time, all of you would have got with you now. Okay, so please open that and keep it ready so that we will discuss about that answers, like how all the questions have been come and how they have taken, like how each lesson have been given importance. Okay, they have not neglected any lesson from the portions that they had told. Okay, but completely all have been covered in your paper, just like that. But only thing is, you're not given so much to write this time in a paper. The thing what you have to do is, it is an MCQs, okay, where you will be having a question with 4 alternatives. You have to choose the right appropriate answer for the question. You have to choose there, right? Okay, so that will be the pattern. So here, and you will be given 40 questions where you have to answer all the 40 questions, where each question will be carrying 1 mark. So totally you will be finding 40 marks in total, right? So here is the paper. We just discuss about that paper here. Open that paper, question paper, if you got with you. Okay, so here, second language English, 10th standard. So number of questions will be 40, and then each will be carrying 1 mark. Okay, so first one, it will be made for 120 marks. So where you will be 40 plus 40 marks. This will be doubled, I think. So 40 plus 40, and the other 40 will be your assessment marks that will be given from the school, right? That one. So totally the paper will be carrying 120 marks, and the duration is 3 hours. Okay, 3 hours will be given the time, so that you have to complete this 40 questions. Okay, so here it's all easy questions, but still we'll just go through with the questions here one by one. Number 1, that is first main, that is 4 choices are given for each of the questions or incomplete statements. Choose the correct answer and share the correct choice in the OMR given to you in the blue or black ball point pen. So what? No. How we are going to do the answer, means the answering pattern, how we are going to take care. Every time what you do in the school generally is you take the right answer, right? But here it's not like that. What you have to do is, you have to, one OMR sheet will be given, where you have to share that what is that box, where you will be given a box or oval shape will be given for each one question. 4 alternatives or 4 ovals will be given there, or 4 squares will be given. So you read the question and see which is the right answer. If it is the first answer is right, you shade in pens, a blue pen or in the black pen, black or blue pen. What you don't use pencil, black or blue pen you are going to use, and you have to shade that oval or the square, whatever it is, for the appropriate answer. That is, you just select the correct one. That is the first oval, or second oval, third oval, fourth. That means the first oval is for first alternative, second is for second alternative, like that. 4 ovals or boxes will become that. Each box, no, whichever is right, if you find the answer is, you have to share that particular box or oval only. Because you are using pen, be very careful when you are going to share that oval or the square, because you are not able to alter it. Okay, so because once you make any changes, know that answer may not be read by the computer for the correct answer, right? That is why be very careful. Think twice before you are going to put the correct answer there, right? So like this, you have to take the care. You have to be very careful before you are going to answer there. So the question is, self-medication is not good. You should consult the doctor. The question is self-medication. That means we say somebody, see, you don't take medication orally, you have to consult the doctor. So what they're asking, the language function. What is the language function? You know, isn't it what language function? That means we may advise sometimes, or we may, we may give information, or we may advise, or we may request, we may ask permission. So there are so many language functions. So here in this statement, what exactly the answer is, we are giving advice to somebody that don't take the self-medication, you better consult the doctor. So here D vowel should be shaded. The word which collocates with rustling, collocates means which gets combined. If that word is put with another word, no, that word should be meaningful word. Okay, collocates is putting together with some other word. So when you put that word, it should be a meaningful word. So rustling is the word. Rustling means that sound of the trees, you know, when it moves, that branches, when it moves, it makes the sound. You must have heard this word in the poem, The Grandma Climbs a Tree, right? So in that, we come across this word rustling. So it refers to the tree when the branches are moving. So what we can give that collocating word for rustling is leaves. So when the leaves in the branches, when they are moving, they make that rustling sound. Okay, so leaves is the right answer for this. So 42 C oval. C answer is the correct one. So shade that C option. The word which has two syllables, that means this depends totally on the pronunciation of the word that we make. Okay, so when we talk, when we say some words, okay, how we pronounce it. The pronunciation is very important. So here they're asking that the syllables will make a word. That means pronunciation wholly depend on the syllables. That means how many syllables are there? Using the same syllables, we make a word in that way. That is called pronunciation. How we say, how we speak. Okay, that is called the pronunciation, and those it depends on the syllables in the word that exists there. So here 4 options are given. So we have to identify the word which has 2 syllables. That means we have to say that using 2 sounds, where a word has got 2 sounds. So we have to break the word into 2 sounds, so that the 2 syllables, or maybe one syllable is there. Maybe there are 3 syllables. Suppose there are many syllables in a word. So we have to identify here which word, the word which has got 2 syllables. So here the options are school, okay, only 1 syllable, right? Consonant, second one is consonant, 3 syllables. Father, see, C option is father. So here we have got 2 syllables, and then the D one is clue. So here is again 1. So here the 2 syllables word is the third option, C. So you have to vowel, that is shade that vowel or the square, that is father. Okay, that is the 2 syllables word. Like that you have to identify the syllables in the word. Next one, 44th question. The children were plucking flowers. The children were plucking flowers. So this one is a, what is that? Direct one. We have to make it into a passive form. So passive form, how you are going to make? You have to retain the tenses. You have to retain the tenses, but you cannot make the past tense into future, something like that. No changes should be there. The meaning should be same. The tenses should be held same. But the only thing is you have to make it into a passive form. For example, here the objects and the subject, no, that has to be put first and second like that. So here the question is, the children were plucking flowers. The children were plucking flowers. So what happens? The children were plucking flowers. Plucking flowers will be the object and children will become the subject. But now here you are putting the object first and subject next. So how you will put? The flowers were being plucked by the children. C option. Okay. Flowers were being plucked by the children. That means flowers were being. It is a continuous tense. The children were plucking means they were plucking the flowers. They were plucking flowers. So you have to put flowers were being plucked by the children. So C option is right. Because were is a past tense, so in that you have to see where you have got the past tense option only. First also you got past tense option, but flowers were plucked by the children. The active know that the action is done here. Plucked means it is the action is done already. But in question, what you find is children are plucking flowers. It is still going on. They were plucking flowers. The action is still continuing. Okay, that is why you have to say that the C option, flowers were being plucked by the children. So C option is the right one. So you have to shade that C option. Okay, 45th question. He dashed in New Delhi for 3 years. The appropriate tense form of the verb to be used here. So here, when we say that he dashed, means here you have to use some verb, right? So what is that verb? 4 options have been given. A, living, B, lived, lives and lived. So, because he lived in New Delhi for 3 years, he lived. He cannot say lives is a present tense, living is a continuous, still is there. Okay, live. So, only the past tense, he lived in Delhi for 3 years is the right answer. Okay, next one, the appropriate prefix to form the opposite of possible. Prefix. Prefix means the word that we are going to put in beginning. Okay. Say for example, say perfect is the word. Prefix means you have to add here some word that should be put before the word so that it becomes a, what is that? Prefix. Okay. Sometimes what happens now, we will be putting the word, what is that? Here after the word. So it becomes what? Suffix. So now we are going to put here prefix. So for the word what? Possible. Possible. What word if you put here prefix, it becomes the opposite of this possible. The answer will be impossible. The option second one. So the options what they are given are in, im, un, miss. So here we are choosing the second one as the answer because if we put I am here, it becomes the opposite of the word possible. So it becomes impossible. The second option is the right one. Okay. Next one. Qutub Minar is a majestic monument. Okay. Majestic monument. Majestic has been underlined there. The part of speech of the underlined word is, okay, part of word underlined is majestic, right? That word you have to say, what is that? What type of a word is that? What exactly it is saying? Something there. What is that? Whether it is a verb or it is an adverb or it is an adjective or it is a preposition. We have to identify here. The verb means we all know it's an action, right? And adverb, it says about the action. It's completely, it brings some importance for the action, how it is done, when it is done, right? But here it is not an action at all, so verb and adverb doesn't come there. Next one is adjective. Adjective, it is describing, qualifying the noun. Qualifying the noun. Qutub Minar is a noun, right? And it is describing how is the Qutub Minar. Isn't it that majestic means what? It is a glorious monument. It is a very beautiful, wonderful, right? So it is the meaning of the majestic, right? So when we are saying that it is explaining Qutub Minar, it is explaining the building Qutub Minar, how is that? It is a majestic monument. It is very beautiful, glorious monument. It is describing, that is explaining, that becomes an adjective, right? Because adjective is the word that qualifies the noun. Noun means some name or some building, whatever it is. It is describing that noun. It is describing the Qutub Minar, right? That is why adjective here, majestic is a adjective here. So the part of speech of the underlined word is an adjective. C option is right. You shade that vowel, right? And preposition doesn't come there. Next one, 8th one. The meeting was dashed due to bad weather. So here you have been given blank there. You have to put an appropriate word to make that meaningful sentence. The meeting was dash. Means you have to put some word. The options what you have given here is put on, put up with, put off, put out. Okay, put on means to continue, to put up with means to add something there, put off means cancel, put out means putting out, means it doesn't have any meaning here. So the better option means the what we have to put here is the word cancel, isn't it? The meeting was cancelled due to bad weather. The cancelled here means put off, means it is off, it is not there, it is not continued, it has been cancelled. So off, the meeting was put off due to bad weather. Okay, that will be the 8th one. So C is the right answer. Shade that C option. Next one, Greenland is larger than any island in the world. Here, you have been given one statement. It has been compared to any other island. The Greenland, you know, isn't it? So it is larger than any other island in the world. It is very much larger. But here what they are saying is, you have to do what here is the superlative form of the above sentence. Superlative, you know, large, larger, largest. Superlative. So that you have to make this sentence into. So what you can see, the options given here are Greenland is the large island in the world. Large, no, it is not. It is not a right answer. No other land is largest than Greenland in the world. Okay, that was Greenland is the largest island in the world. So here the third option, that is C option, is correct because Greenland is the largest island in the world. That is the superlative. That is the last degree where we can give for comparing. It is the final one where it is said that it is the largest island in the world. Greenland is largest of the islands is not there. Full sentence is not there. That is why the best, that is the correct answer is the third one, where Greenland is the largest island in the world. Okay, so you have to shade the third option, C1. Okay. Next one, if I had been hungry, I'd have eaten something. So here one question where you have to complete if clause. If I was hungry, I would have eaten. I wouldn't have gone if I had known. I wouldn't have. If. So there are some questions where you come across like this, if clause. Okay, at that time, how we have to say, which word you have to use there. So here, if I had been hungry, I would have eaten something. See, options there are given are wouldn't have. The sentence, if you put that wouldn't have, the sentence won't be right, isn't it? Second one, shouldn't have. Shouldn't have doesn't come because if I had been hungry, I should know. It should not, shouldn't have or should have doesn't come there. So the better option that you can fit in the word as the answer is, if I had been hungry, I would have eaten something. I would have eaten something. So again, C is the right answer. Sanjay is coming tomorrow, dash. Okay, question tag here. You have to put a right question tag in this place. The question tag to be used here is, so you all know that if the question is positive, the answer, the question tag will be in a negative form. That is here, Sanjay is coming tomorrow. So what it should, the answer should be, isn't he? Because the question is asking, Sanjay is coming tomorrow, you have to put as, isn't he? Sanjay is not coming tomorrow, is he? Like that, okay? Like that, then you have to see the type of question, like how the question is being asked, whether it is asked in a negative or positive way. And to suit that question, you have to put appropriate tags and from the alternatives what they are provided there. So here, the question tags, see there are options, what they are given is 4 options, that is he, isn't he, does he, doesn't he, don't he. So the right option that what we can put here is, isn't he. Sanjay is coming tomorrow, isn't he? Right? This is the right answer, right? So B is the right answer. You share that well. Next one. we had to wait for dash hour and dash half for the verb. See, though we are using the word starting from the same letter, that is H here, but when we pronounce it, we doesn't take this one H, but because before O, when this H is there, we doesn't take it to consideration while speaking. That is, the sound is not taken. We say hour, but here half we say, right? So here, that is why they are given two words using the same letter starting with. So we had to wait for dash hour and dash half for the verse. The articles what you have to use is, articles you know, isn't it? A and the, right? So these are the articles. So here which will be suiting for this question is, we had to wait for A is a, the, so B is an, C is the, D is a, and, right? So here the correct option that we can put here for the question is, we had to wait for an hour, an hour. We had to wait for an hour and a half for the bus. Okay, so here we have to use an and a. We had to wait for an hour. You know vowels, isn't it? O, E, I, O, U. Whenever you find that O, you have to put an. That is why, since we don't say this word sound here, and we just start with this letter, the sound. So we have to use as a vowel, that is an. We have to use an here for our, and this and a half an hour. Okay, like this, half an hour we write, isn't it? So like this, you have to say an for hour and a for half, because here we don't have any vowel, right? So the option here is an and a. That is B option. You have to shade the vowel. Okay, next one. 53rd question. The thieves quarreled dash themselves. The thieves, you have to put in here what? Prepositions. So what better preposition can be fit here? See, A is for, B is between, C is among, D is after. You just can't, just try to put each word in the sentence and see that whether it can be made a meaningful sentence. The thieves quarreled for themselves, no. The thieves quarreled among themselves, right. The thieves quarreled between themselves, no. The thieves quarreled after themselves, no. There's a better option that what you can put here is, the thieves quarreled among themselves. Among themselves, they fought with each other. So the option third is the right one. You can shade that vowel. Next one, I bought it, dash, I needed it, conjunction. You have putting the word here so that you are completing that word. It is actually, no, it is some word is required there to complete the sentence. Like it's a conjunction. If you add that word, you can make a meaningful sentence. Say, the conjunction to be used here is and, still, so, because. I bought it. So we'll put all options and we'll say, right. I bought it and I needed it. No. I bought it, still I needed it. No. I bought it, so I needed it. No, it cannot be. I bought it because I needed it. Because I needed it, I bought it. That's the meaning. So we have to put there the D option, because. That's the right answer. Next one. The way in which he told the story was so dash. You have to put in the word, correct form of the word in that blank. That is interested, interestingly, interesting, interest. So the answer will be, the way in which he told the story was so interesting. It was so interesting. So the story was very interesting to hear. So the way in which he told the story, it has been already told. And how it was very interesting. because interested, interestingly, interest, it is all different form of tenses, so where it cannot be fit into this sentence. So you have to put the way in which he told the story was so interesting. That is the C option is the right answer. Okay, next one. In a formal letter, yours faithfully is known as salutation. Salutation means dear sir, we write, right? Okay, that one no. Subscription, yes, it is actually a subscription because it is written down. Superscription is above, where we say put the date, isn't it? Everything we put in the right corner, right? That is called a superscription. And subject, as we all know, okay, a subject and the dear sir, after salutation we put the subject, right? So that is not a subject. Yours faithfully, which will be written at the ending of the letter. Ending of the letter, that is a subscription. It is a subscription down. Okay, if it was written early, like if they ask any date or address, something like that, you can write a superscription, but still since it is written at the below while we are completing the letter, while we say subscription, isn't it? So that is why it is a subscription. D answer is right one. Courage, see here from, this is all the general, all this what we learned till now is a general one. So like this, the questions may be asked, where it includes grammar part, okay, so meanings, opposites, okay, everything, the prepositions, parts of speech, okay, and then question tags, whatever it is, what we learned from the beginning, all the questions, right? So where like this, no, the pattern will be like, we'll be asked different questions covering everything with the grammar, whatever it is, okay? And now onward, it depends only on the portions, that is the lessons, okay, what we have completed, what we have read. So there, from that, they are going to ask some questions and we'll see how they're asked and what they're asked here. So next one is, courage is everything. Strength and age are not important. This remark was made by, remember, who made this? It is from the lesson Hero, right? It is from the lesson The Hero, where this one, what is that? Swami's father will say to Swami, because Swami will make a comment that because the tiger was killed by some person, he says that he is very old. That a person maybe he is old, that is why, and he is so brave and he is old enough, means a very big person, that is why he killed the tiger, he said, isn't it? So for that, Swami's father will make a comment like this. Courage is everything. Strength and age are not important. If you are small also, if your age is not very much, but even though if you are small and for courage enough and if you are bold enough, no, courage and strength enough, you can do anything. Means you can kill the tiger. That is why Swami's father will make this comment. Courage is everything. You should be very courageous. Right? Strength and age are not important. What strength you have and what is your age is not important. The very important thing what you need is courage. That is why this is made by whom? This is made by Swami? No. Granny? No. Inspector? No. Swami's father? Yes. D option is the right answer. So shade that D option. As the night advanced, Swami remembered all the stories of, okay, so here 4 options are given: adventure, tiger, devils and ghosts, cricket match. Remember the lesson? Hope you are remembering, means you have not forgotten the lesson. So you very well know about what he was getting scared when he was at home, means sleeping alone in the room. He was always remembering in the night, in the dark, no, every time he used to remember the stories of devils and ghosts that his friends were used to tell during his school days when they met, no. So his friends were Champa, friends were there, no, Swami's friends. So all those people, no, they used to say about the devils and ghost stories, that only Swami was here remembering, means he was get remembered with all the stories. That is why as the night advanced, Swami remembered all the stories of devils and ghosts. C option is the right one. A frightful proposition. Swami thought the proposition was frightful, means very daring proposition. Proposition means somebody have told him to do something. It is very daring, means very feared one. It is very fearing, scary one. Okay, that is a frightful proposition. What was that frightful proposition? You all know. We'll see the options here. To sleep alone in the passage? No. To sleep alone in the office room? Yes. Okay. To sleep beside his granny in the passage? No. To sleep under the hall lamp? No, none of this. But the second option, that is to sleep alone in the office room. He is not worried to sleep along with his granny or in passage, nothing. But only thing what he was much worried was to sleep in the office room alone. So when he wanted to sleep in office room alone, he used to get remembered with all these ghosts and devil stories. That is why here the option is to sleep alone in the office room. It was a what is that? Frightful proposition. Who gave this proposition? His father told him to sleep in the office room all alone, isn't it? That was the frightful proposition. So B option is the right one. So this is about the hero lesson. Next one, there's a girl by the tracks. Next the lesson. From that, see, they have taken some questions. We'll see what. Roma Talreja, remember the girl, isn't it? Who met with an accident, right? So Roma Talreja, who was she? What was she? Was a railway employee? No. High school dropout? No. Call center executive? Yes. Sales executive? No. She was a call center executive. So C option is the right one. Next one. Take the girl to Airoli, suggested the cop. There's a hospital there. But Baleshwar disagreed because, see here, when Roma, she fell out of the train and she was bleeding heavily. What happened is Baleshwar had come to rescue her, right? So when he came there to rescue her, he found she was in very serious condition. So he will be waiting for the hospital or somebody to help him during that time. So at that time, one of the police person will say, okay, here there is a hospital nearby in Airoli. Airoli is a place nearby. So you can go there. Here he said, you take that girl to that Airoli hospital. It is nearby. He says, who says? The police person will say. To whom it was said? It was said to Baleshwar. But he disagreed. Baleshwar disagrees. He says things that no, that I cannot do. Why? Why he thinks like that he cannot do? Because we'll see the options here, which will be the right one. Because he knew that hospital lacked personnel and equipment. No, that is not the reason. He knew that Airoli was at least 10 kilometers away. Yes, he knew that Airoli was little far away from that place where that accident had happened. No? From that place, it was 10 kilometers away. That is why it was quite far away from that place. That is why Baleshwar disagreed with that cop's advice to take her to that hospital in Airoli. So he was too tired to carry Roma any further? No. He felt the hospital may refuse to take accident victim. No, none of these options. But the second one is the right one, where Baleshwar disagreed because he knew that Airoli was at least 10 kilometers away. That is the right answer. So shade that B. I do not like to have you speak to me in that manner. See, remember, this question is not from, there's a girl that attracts, it is from the next lesson. Okay, so Donaldson, right, isn't it? The gentleman of Rio and Medio, that one. Okay, I do not like to have you speak to me in that manner. This was said by who? That old fellow, Donaldson, to the narrator. Okay, because narrator will say Donaldson, that his land is having more value than he has quoted already. So that is why when that narrator asks him, says that he is getting extra money than what he actually quoted, but this Donaldson did not like that. That is why he says at that time, I didn't like the way you speak to me. Okay, so that is why it is said by whom? Don Alson. The options here are the narrator, Senator Catherine, surveyor, or Don Alson. It is Don Alson. D option is the right one. Next one, the Americans offered to pay almost double the amount to Don Alson because Why they offered more amount to Don Nelson Moore? Because the old man agreed to sell both land and his house? No. The land was very fertile? No. The land was much more than 8 acres? Yes. The narrator convinced them to pay more. So none of this, because they accepted to give more amount because the land was much more than 8 acres. It was large enough. It was more in area. That is why they offered him extra amount. That is why C option is the right one. That is, the land was much more than 8 acres. Okay, that is the right answer. Next one. One day, the Americans came back to the narrator's office to complain because, remember, I think, when we did the lesson, what we learned, the children know, this narrator's office, after this land was sold to Americans, that Americans will come back to the narrator's office to complain something, right? Remember, for what they had come? What was the complaint regarding it all? It was because Don Nelson Moore did not allow them to replaster the house? No, it was not like that. The children of the village were overrunning their property. Everyone spoke to them only in Spanish. The fence they had patched was torn by the villagers. No. The reason is the children of the village were overrunning their property. The children know they were, even though it was bought by the Americans, even though the fence was there, these children who were coming earlier, when Don Nelson had with him, those children again they started coming and they started roaming, they were running here, there, and they were destroying everything, the fence, everything. That is why, seeing that the Americans had come back to narrator's office to complain the children are overrunning the property. They are running and they are damaging the property. So to complain that they had come there. So here, which is the option? B option is the right one. That is, the children of the village were overrunning their property. Next one. They brought about a veritable revolution in social thought. Here they refers to, this is Dr. Ambedkar. Dr. Ambedkar's lesson, where we are given one option, means a question here. They brought a veritable revolution. What is that? Who made that? The options are Dr. Ambedkar and Gandhiji, Nehru and Gandhiji, Mahatma Phule and Nehru, Dr. Ambedkar and K.M. Munshi. It is Mahatma Phule and Nehru. They had a veritable revolution in social thought. Okay, they brought, that is the third one, Phule and Nehru had brought a veritable revolution in social thought. Next one, Dr. Ambedkar spent most of his life in purchasing books, attending conferences, reading books, importing books. Reading books. He was very much fond in reading books. That is why he spent most of his life in reading books. Okay. Next, there is no harm in trying it, Smita said to herself. Here, it refers to requesting Pandit Ravi Shankar to play for Anand, convincing the doctors to continue Anand's treatment, okay, taking Anand to the concert, requesting Aunt Sushila to let him stay in her apartment. Okay, the answer is, there is no harm in trying it, Smita said to herself. So what she wanted to do? She wanted to request Pandit Ravi Shankar to come home and give consent for her brother. That is why here the answers are, first one, options are given are requesting Pandit Ravi Shankar to play for Anand. Okay, so the first one is the right answer. The second one, third and fourth are not a correct one. So the first option is the right one. Okay, so here the next one will go for the 47th is first one. You note down that. Okay, next one is 68. Pandit Ji is a busy man. Pandit Ji is a busy Pandit Ji is a busy man, you must not bother him with such requests. This was said by, who will say this? As you remember, who said this? When Smita went and asked, isn't it? So this one, Pandit Ravi Shankar to come and play for Anand. Okay, there somebody will reply for that question. Who was that? Was that Ustad Allah Rakha? No. Anand? No. Aunt Sushila? No. It was mustached man, a big fat mustached man was there. He says that Panditji is a very busy man. He cannot come and give concert now. You please go, he says, isn't it? That is why the answer is mustached man. Okay. Next one. Why do you take away his source of entertainment? Remember from which lesson is this? Okay, that Smita is from the lesson. That Anant and Smita was there, no? That one, that is, okay, that lesson here, the concert was the lesson. And next one is the question now what we are going to read. Why do you take away source of entertainment? Which is that lesson, which is the colors of silence. It is the colors of silence where this question is taken from. Okay, why do you take away source of entertainment? Who says this? To whom it was said? Remember when Satish started painting, he was so much interested in colors, right? Color painting. So he started doing painting work. But the work was not liked by his father because he wanted Satish to become what? A very well educated man. He wanted Satish to get some knowledge to go by going to schools, isn't it? But it was not happening for him because he was not able to go to school like earlier. So he had met with an accident, right? So at that time he started doing the painting, but it was not liked by his father, isn't it? So when he does that painting, somebody will say that when Satish's father, he got angry and took away all his painting work to throw somewhere, right? He took away his entertainment, that is painting. So somebody will ask, why do you take away source of entertainment? This remark was made by Satish's mother, brother Inder, friend Surender, Satish's father. Who is the right person? It is Satish's mother says that because she felt very bad when she saw Satish's father taking away all his painting work somewhere. That is why she felt very bad for that boy. And she says that, why do you take away source of entertainment? Okay, that's the answer. The lesson, next one, the lesson Colors of Silence give us the message that what we learn from that lesson Colors of Silence, we learn something from that. We get some moral out of that, right? Physical disability is no barrier to success. One has to read a lot to get on in life. Formal education is not important. Physical disability is a barrier to success. So here what we learn is, even though Satish was not a normal human being because he was handicapped, right? Okay, so he was not able to hear properly, right? Isn't it? But still, that's a physical disability. But still, he made a wonders, isn't it? He made a painting. He became very familiar. He became a famous painter, right? Artist. That is why what we can learn from this is that physical disability is no barrier to success. So being physically disabled is not at all a reason to get the success, means not being successful. We can get success even though we are physically disabled. The only thing is we have to have the intention, firm mind to achieve something. Right? If you think that we cannot do anything and if you sit like that, we cannot achieve or do anything. But once you make up your mind and once you think about getting something, once you think about to achieve something, you are definitely able to do that. Isn't it? That is why here the answer, the message what we get here is physical disability is no barrier to success. That means we can achieve anything even though we are physically disabled. Right? The first option is the right one. Next one. The family members of grandma told her that one should grow old bravely, disgracefully, gracefully, slowly. Okay, so the family members, they said the grandma to grow disgracefully. Means you just gradually get old. Okay, you grow like that. Don't grow bravely or gracefully or slowly. You just grow disgracefully. Okay, answer is B. Answer is B, disgracefully. You can find in this poem here. Second paragraph, and though as years went by, she would be told that climbing trees should stop when she grew old. That growing one should be gone about gracefully. She would laugh and say, "We will grow disgracefully." The family members of grandma told her that one should grow old gracefully. Gracefully is the right answer because she says that gracefully she won't agree. We will grow disgracefully. She would laugh and say, "Well, I will grow disgracefully." So she said that when everybody told her to grow gracefully, like everything, how everybody will grow like that you grow, she didn't agree with that. So what she says, no, I don't grow gracefully, I will grow disgracefully. But here the options, the family members is asking, right? How they say grandma to grow? They are asking grandma to grow gracefully. Okay, the answer is B. When grandma was confined to bed, she felt when she was advised to take a rest in the bed, isn't it? So how she felt? Was she relieved? Okay, she felt, okay, fine, I'm relaxed now. Did she feel like that? No. Happy? No. Rested? No. I'm having rest now, I'm happy, she said? No. Miserable. She felt very something like as if she was put in some room without any freedom like that. Is it like that? Okay. So like that she was feeling. That is the answer is miserable. B option is the right one. Next one. It droppeth. Remember this sentence? Shakespeare's Quality of Mercy. Right? The poem written by William Shakespeare, that is the sentence taken from the poem. It droppeth, complete the sentence. The appropriate option to complete this line of the poem, the first line here is, it droppeth as a gentle rain from heaven. Remember, right? C option is the right one. Okay, that will be the answer. You have to share that option. Next one. In the poem Quality of Mercy, mightiest in the mightiest refers to what? It is scepter, crown, mercy or dread. Answer is mercy. Here the whole of the poem, the importance is given to the quality of mercy only. Mercy, the word. Okay, so that what we have, pityness, kindness, no, that is given more importance. So here the mightiest means very strong and strong is also referred to the word mercy. The poem, whole of the poem mercy is given importance. So the option C is the right one. You have to share that option. Next one. In the poem The Song of India, motherland wants the poet to sing about. So you remember the poem The Song of India, where the poet wants to sing about the glory of India in different ways, maybe the Himalayas, or maybe the dams and lakes, or maybe the seas, so many seas are there, or maybe the seers and prophets. Okay, the sadhus, the saints, so many are there. He wants to sing about the glory of India. But motherland wants the poet to sing about what? She doesn't want all such, she doesn't want. She wants the things that are very difficult in India, like dirty things in India. Okay, so she wants to say about the strikes and class war. Don't sing about the glorious things. Don't sing about the wonderful things. You sing about the very toughest things in the country, that is the strikes and class war, the quarrels. Okay, strikes where the employees will make in the factories for some demands. Right? So you sing about the strikes and the class war. So the second option, the strikes and class war is the right option, right answer. Okay, that should be shaded. Mother India appeared to be sitting on. So in this poem, when poet, no, when he asks so many questions, finally Mother India, he imagines Mother India to be seated somewhere in the sky, isn't it? Just imagine that. You just remember the paragraph in the last paragraph of the poem. Okay, so where I just read out that. We'll just read out that way, where you can find out this one. What, how for this poem, a poet is saying what regarding how is remains he is imagining. So at that the mother rose draped in blue sky. Draped means he saw as if Mother India is draped in full sky. She saw as if she is like a sari. The whole sky is like a sari for her, draped like a sari. Milk-white oceans heaved around her, their waves were the entrancing and enthroning light on which she sat and wrote in the book of the morrow. So he says that, so she felt as if she was having in the whole of the sky, she was wearing like a sari. Okay, so how she was, she appeared to be sitting on what? She was appeared to be sitting on the beautiful waves. Okay, like where he felt that full of the sky is like an ocean. The clouds and all were looking like waves for him, isn't it? So he felt as if she wore like a sari, the whole cloth, and she's sitting on the waves. Like that he felt. That is why the answer is here the then Himalayas, the peaks of Himalayas, no. The rock-cut temples, no. The beautiful waves, yes. The dams and lakes, no. Because the ocean, he felt that white color clouds of the ocean. And in that waves, she is sitting. Like that he imagined. That is why the answer is the B option, the beautiful waves. That the last paragraph will explain this. Right? Next one. His wrinkled old face, so full of wearies of living, suggests that the jazz player was. So this is the jazz player where that poem we learned. Okay, so his wrinkled face, his face was having wrinkles, right? Full of wearies, and suggests that jazz player. What it means that? What that picture? What exactly? No, that the wrinkled face, full of wearies, full of worries. How it explains a jazz player? It explains as a jazz player as a not enthusiastic about life. It is a B option. See, first option is old and cheerful. He was not cheerful. Okay. C option, lively but old. He was not lively. He was not happy at all. D, very enthusiastic about life. No, not at all. He's feeling so tired. Okay, so he was he was not at all interested in anything like that. Was looking full of worries. So we cannot say enthusiastic, right? So the right option, what we can put is not enthusiastic about life. He was not at all interested in life. Like that, he was looking. Okay, so here that the jazz player is not interested in anything. That is why he was compared to something. What was that? He was compared to the ancient marine, isn't it? The ancient marine, where he was ancient mariner. He was compared to the bird. Ancient mariner is a lucky bird which was killed, isn't it? So by the owner, by the person who was traveling in that boat. So by the time he reached the seashore, he had become so tired, and he was looking so pale, not interested in anything like that. He was who just play. That is why he is compared here to whom? Ancient mariner, right? That is why the option B, not enthusiastic about life, is the right answer. Next one. Oh, say what? See, this is also poem here. Okay. Next poem. So, oh, say what is that called? Light. Okay. The poor blind man. Okay. That is the poem where you can say the blind boy. You can say the answer. Oh, say that. Say, what is that thing called light? You know the poem, right? The blind boy. So from that, you have to complete this sentence. Oh, say, what is that thing called light? Is the C option is the right one. Okay. Next one. 1 minute, we'll check out once. Blind boy 141. Or say, what is the thing called life? That is the C option is the right one. Next one, the mysterious parcel. Remember the Narayanpur incident? That was brought to Mohan's house contained. You remember Mohan's house, they brought one mysterious, very, what is it? Secretly they bring something. They secretly bring something. What is that? It was a cyclostyling machine. Okay. So it was a cyclostyling machine. It was brought seriously, means very secretly to Mohan's house. That was the parcel. So here the options are pamphlets, newspapers, memorandums. No. B option, cyclostyling machine is the right answer. Hemasis politely refused the Indian Army's compensation offer. This is the lesson that is a great matter never cherished, right? So here we learn about that Hemasis, she, when she was offered the petrol pump will be offered to her. Okay, this Hanif was there, because he was killed in Kargil war, because he lost his life. What happened? This government had offered this Hanif's family for their livelihood expenses, for daily what they need expenses, right? Nobody is there for earning. That is what happened once he was dead, no? So government had offered Hema Aziz's family a petrol bunk, right? So that was offered to their family. So that is why, but she did not agree with that, because she lost her very precious son for the sake of the country, and she was proud for that, and she didn't wanted any help like this. That is why she did not agree with that. She disagreed with that offer. What was the offer? A house? No. Money? No. A job? No. A petrol pump was given for them, but she disagreed to accept that. So the option is C. Okay. So that is the right answer. So these are some questions like what we got in the model question paper for this time. Okay, so this will be the pattern, I think, for you people also. You will be getting like this, where you will be provided with 40 questions with MCQs. You have to choose the right answer. It is easy, right? So think over and write. But for this, what you need to do is you have to go through. You have to go through with all the lessons and poems. Okay, there's no need. See, you need not worry. Like you need to write read the lesson, full lesson, and question answers. Okay, you need to get prepared for essay writing. There's no chance for this time to write like that, because the pattern is made like this. So you've got only MCQs, where you will be given some questions like this. You need to just shade that particular oval or square. So that is how you can get through this. You have to get prepared with means just read out the lesson and just understand it better. So okay, see, as you read, you can understand it more better. Just to skip or neglect it, you will be in confusion, land in many confusions. So that is a better option. What I suggest you is, you just go on, you have got still time. So what you do is, take a lesson. Okay, say for example, the hero. Okay, just go through with the lesson. Read sentence by sentence. You're not learning, not mugging it up like question answers. It's just you're just reading the lesson and you're understanding it, right? So it is not a very difficult task for you. You just can do it with very importance and very clearly and neatly. What you do is, take a lesson one by one, just go through with that, read and understand it. Where you get any doubt, you just make a stop there. And once you understand the remaining part, before again you start reading, you can get it there. So you just do it like this, one after one lesson. Don't neglect any of it, because first of all, the portions are reduced. You have got very reduced number of lessons and points, right? So in that, you have got only this pattern. It is very easy for you. Hope you are doing, so you can do it very nicely this time. Okay, so better you take a proper, concern, means you have to have proper track, like which lesson you have completed, which you have to complete, and just you have to be perfect, you have to be confident. Be confident in what you have learned already. Okay, don't be in any what is that doubts or something, maybe not like that. You have to be, yes, this is the one, this is the way I'm going doing that. Okay, like this, you have to be confident enough. So you have to face the exam so confidently, that is hoping that you'll be able to do it very perfectly, right? So do well, all the best. So follow the way how I told. So maybe the lesson or the poem or the grammar, whatever it is, you just go through with what all the things that you have learnt in the class or the notes, whatever you have got, or the textbook main. Textbook is very important because you have to go to get through with the lessons or the poems, mainly the poet names. Poet names, maybe this pattern they not ask any poet names, but maybe in the paper what you are going to face, in that maybe the questions are appeared regarding the author's name or the poet names. Better you note down the lesson written by, poem written by the author and narrator, isn't it? So you just write on a list, make a list of that, and then go on with all the lessons and poems. And what else? Regarding the lesson and the grammar part, what you get along with the lesson only, you can go through with that, and be confident with whatever you are doing, right? So hope you will be doing very neatly and very perfectly, very nice results will be getting, I believe.